Hello guys, and welcome back to the second part of the top 10 best smite gods for beginners. I want to make this video a little shorter just for it's not like as heavy for you guys, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna read the abilities anymore. I'll try to just explain it, but I will be putting the abilities there in case you guys want to read it, so you guys like have the numbers. Let's start with the passive. The passive is basically when you use any ability on them, it increases your damage with auto attacks and it also reduces their damage. For example, if I hit this guy, you can see that my auto attacks hit harder and it scales with strange a lot. So if you build like this, and you can also crit pretty hard, it's like you can just one-shot people, which is really nice. As you can see, you can proc with passive with your abilities, with all your abilities, and the first ability is the wall. As you guys can see, it's a wall that when you max it, it lasts longer. It also can knock up enemies into you, as you can, and you can also use it to knock up yourself into, like, launch yourself in, which is like really fun. You can use it to just like engage enemies that, let's say there's somebody here, you cage him and you start like hitting him. That's the wall. The two, it's the line that does damage, it slows them, and it procs your passive again. And then we have the tree, which is a cone, it's a freeze, it's a stun. It can hit multiple people. And it also procs your passive again. You can use it to like secure your 2 or whatever. And then we have the ultimate, which is a big circle. It's gonna do damage, it's gonna slow them, and you are CC immune on it. And if you wanna use it to like CC immune, you can just cancel it. Just right click, or if you like cage somebody and they're like 1 HP, you can do like something like this. Then you just like pop it, cancel it, and use it as you want. Let's go with the simulated combat. Alright guys, you guys can see Ymir hits really hard. You can also use his wall to block the enemy dash. As you guys can see, I blocked the Agni dash and it's just an easy kill. And the next situation, I just wanted to show a flashy play. I start channeling my ult and then I blink to hit my ult. That's a really funny interaction that you can always do. The core build of this god, it's gonna go from Guardian to like an assassin type of build. First, we can start with Amanita Charm into Stampede and also Talisman of Purification. And if you wanna do damage, you can start with Dagger of Frenzy into Rage into Deathbringer. For the ability leveling, I think you usually start with the 3 to get the max value of the stun, into the 2 for damage, into the wall, but there are some opportunities where you just want to max the wall so you get a lot of value of blocking people. Right guys, it's time for the top 4. Neat. She's a hunter, which means you can build it as a hunter with like auto attacks and a lot of attack speed. But personally, I think you find strange on building her with like intelligence, because she's kind of a mage. Also, all her abilities combo really well to just like one-shot people. Let's start with her passive. Her passive, it whips that you can put either by killing people or by also using your 2, which is this. You guys can see this is a whip. If you detonate it, you win attack speed and intelligence for 30 seconds. That's basically all the passive. You detonate it with either your 1 or your 3. The 1 is literally a straight line that is gonna root people. It's really easy to do. You can aim it while you're moving. It's also really easy to hit, and you can hit just multiple people. The 2 is heal. It's a circle heal. If you're hard, you heal quite a bit. You can heal off multiple targets. It's like this, and remember, it leaves a whip here, so you can just like do this and do that. like you leave multiple whips when you hit multiple people, and it's just basically a combo right now with Nid is using your 2 and your 1, and you just like one shot a lot of people like that. Then your 3 is a backflip, a jump. It's pretty like telegraph when you're gonna jump, or you can also go through walls. I'm not sure you can go through this wall. Yeah, you can go through this one. Okay, so yes. You can go through walls, so you can be like really safe with this, and you can also use it to just pop your whip again, like that. And then your ult is a global ultimate that can go through walls. You just need to have vision on them. It does pretty good damage, and you usually want to do it to help your team around the map. You should. Let me see if I can show. Let's ward this. Let's ward this. And as long as you have vision on the enemy, you can just shoot your ult like this. She's a really easy character. All her abilities are just really easy to do. I recommend playing her on mid. And let's go over the simulated combat. So first, let's show how you do a basic combo on somebody. You 1, you 3, you try to auto attack between things, and you do almost all their health. In this situation, I missed my 1, and I still want to show how Need does a lot of damage even when you don't hit your 1. This is why she is such an easy character. I managed to miss my 1, and I still do a lot of damage, and just kill this guy after I hit my 1 again. And it's just so easy. And then the last part that I wanted to show, how can you use your ult for setup. He's on top of the whips, and it's just literally a one shot. I use my jump to jump his ult, and it's just an instant one shot. Now let's go over the core build of this character. Like I said before, she feels like a mage even when she's a hunter, so you wanna build intelligence on her. So you wanna start with Chronos Pendant for a lot of cooldown, into Spear of Desolation, and then a Rod of Tauri. And then for the ability maxing, you start with the 1, into the 2, and you put points on your ult whenever you can. Alright, let's go over number 3. Is Chuck, the God of Rain. He's a warrior, so you wanna build kind of tanky on him, but you can also go full damage. It's like whatever. It's like a really versatile character. Like you can do whatever you want with it. Let's start with the passive. The passive is basically this. You need to hit 5 successful basic attacks to charge it. After you hit it, your next ability is not gonna have any cost of mana, and it's also gonna have 2 seconds of cooldown reduced. So if I use it like this, like my axe usually has let's check it real quick. My axe has usually 10 seconds, so it should be 8 seconds after I charge it. You guys are gonna see like that. So it's an 8-second cooldown, so two less. Then the 1, it's basically an axe that you throw. It stays there because it combines with the other 2 abilities, which is the 2 and the 3. It does pretty good damage, and it can hit multiple people. And then we go with the 2. The 2 by itself, it's you spin around you. It does pretty good damage, but it's also used as a dash because you can use it to TP to your axe with your 2. But sometimes you don't want to TP to your 2. So if you want, you can press your 1 again, and then the 1 is gonna disappear. So you can 2 and do the damage whenever you want. And then we have the 3, which is the rain dance. By itself, you just have rain around you, and it slows and it heals you. Let me take some damage a little bit real quick. So it heals you quite a bit. Pretty sure it scales of intelligence. Yeah, the heal scale of intelligence. But if you combine it with the 1, you can also slow them on that area that your axe is over there, and then you just have the ultimate. The ultimate is you charge up your axe, your CC immune, you do a knockup, and you silence them. It does like pretty good damage, so I recommend use this to either initiate or finish kills. It's a pretty long, big area. Now let's go over the simulated combat. Okay, here I want to show how I just win any 1v1 Without my ultimate, I slow this guy. I also heal myself in the rain dance, and my health bar doesn't really go down. So it's just a really easy kill. In the next one, I want to show how I use my ultimate to mitigate damage from the Zeus ult. As you can see, I use my ult to mitigate damage because it reduces the damage you take when you ult. And then in the last clip, I want to show kind of flashy play. You can charge your ult and blink, and then it's just kind of an insta one shot. Like this guy cannot do anything, he's already dead, and that's kinda it. And then for the core build, I really like this build of lifesteal. You go Devos into Sanguine Lash into Umbral Link. And for the ability maxing, you always are gonna go with the 1. And then there's a sketchy part of like if you wanna go healing or if you wanna go the 2 for more damage and protections. That's kinda is up to you, but both options should be fine. Now we can go over number 2, Zeus. Let's start with the passive. The passive is, as you can see, the enemies have those 3 little stacks on top of their head. It means that when you hit them with successful basic attacks or also some of your abilities, you're gonna get stacks. Your arrows get more basic attack power when they have more stacks, and you apply all the stacks on things that are not gods. So minions and minions and like jungle buffs, you're always gonna get 3 stacks on them just by hitting 1 arrow attack. The passive helps you with your basic attacks and also combines with your 3. But first, let's start with the 1. The 1, it's a straight line, it's a chain lightning. It goes like that. It doesn't do that. It doesn't look like it does a lot of damage, but when you combine it to hit it multiple people, you can see that the damage is just increased. I recommend use it to fight in like clearer corners, and if there's only 2 people grouped, it's probably your best opportunity. You can use it to also attack 3 enemies or like as much as enemies. I recommend using it when there's only 2 enemies grouped because it's the most value you can get. And then the 2, it's the thunderclap. You use your 2 and you summon like a light that does damage around you. It gives you movement speed. It also gives you hasten effect, which you can like strafe easier. It only applies 1 stack of the passive. And then the 3 is the detonate. As you guys can see, if I press it, it does little damage. But when the damage is multiplied, when they have more stacks of the passive, 3 stacks, it stuns. So your combo will be like hitting your 1 into your 3 and stun them and do like as much damage as possible. And then the ult is this, is the lightning storm. It applies charge for every tick, and I recommend not using this to initiate. I recommend to use it as a follow-up damage. Let's say you hit your 1, it will be like a full combo like this. You hit your 1 and then you stun them in your ult, and that will be the most damage you can get, like the most value. Now let's go over the simulated combat. Okay, so the first case, I want to see how you can use your 1 to bounce off the Vulcan turret. This is what I recommend doing. When you wanna use your 1, remember, you need like 2 targets at least, so you get a lot of value. And then it's really important to hit your arrow attacks in this god. And then the second, it's about the ultimate. I use my ultimate and then I Aegis. You get a lot of value of Aegising when you're in your ult because you just do so much damage. And then the core build of this god, I like going Book of Thought, into Spear of Desolation, into Rod of Tauri. And the ability maxing, ability leveling starts with the 1. It's always gonna be the 1 into the 3, and you put points on your ult whenever you can. And the number 1, it's gonna be Nua. Nua, it's a mage that does pretty high damage. It brings a lot of control. She's really safe in terms of like if there's a lot of people in mid lane, you can use your 1 to clear the way from really far. So let's start with the passive. The passive, it's your auto attack gets a root every, I think it's every 12 seconds. Yeah, every 12 seconds you get a root. It's pretty straightforward. You just get a root on your basic attack when it's charged, like this. and then we can start with the one. It's the Mysterious Fog. You go Invis when you're on it. It does pretty good damage. Like this. You use it to either sneak in into enemies or like make your team sneak in into enemies, because it also make your teammates invisible. Then we go with the Clay Soldiers. You drop 2 soldiers when it's at any range outside of the max range, which is 5 points on it. They attack the enemy by itself. You usually use it to combine it with the tree, which I'm gonna show in a little bit. But as you can see, I'm gonna put the last point of my 2, and you can see that now there's gonna be 3 clay shoulders. And then the tree by itself, the straight line, it does damage, but you usually use it to combine it with a tree, because you can explode the clay shoulders and like do a lot of damage, and when you explode them, it stuns the enemies. Then we can go over the ult, which is a global ultimate. You can hit everybody on the map in terms of like gods. You hit every god in the map with this ult. It can proc items, like let's say you want to proc Signet like this. So let's reset it. You can proc multiple items, but the items does 50% the damage of the proc. So it just got nerfed, but it's also really strong. Like on late game, I think this is the easiest god, because on late game you just press 4 and you take almost half HP of the enemy by pressing what button, and it's just like unmissable unless they have H's. All the abilities have a little passive, like example the 1, it gives you movement speed. The 2, it gives a strange, it gives you penetration, like you have penetration when you use the 2, and then the 3, it gives you an AoE auto attack, so we can like hit AoE root, for example. And then the ult, when you use it, it gives you range on your basic attacks, so I can like hit my basic attacks from really far. Now let's go over the simulated combat. And here in this case, I just want to show 2 things. The first one is how you can use your 2 to cancel channel abilities. You guys can see I canceled the novice one, then I keep hitting this guy, and when you see that he's low, you don't really need to do anything outside of pressing 4, and you're just gonna get the kill. And then the core build on this god starts with Archmage Gem into Chronos Pendant, into Soul Gem, into Ancient Signet. And for the ability maxing, you always want to go with 3, put points on your 2, and save points on your ult until your 2 is maxed. Okay guys, that's gonna be it for the video. I really hope you guys can enjoy it. If you guys enjoy this content, let me know, because I'm trying to provide more. I'm not only trying to provide for beginners, I really want to bring more content for like new people that plays, for like advanced players, for like the top players, for like pretty much all the levels. I'll be trying to bring more content like that, tier lists, play-by-plays. I'm trying to do a better content and not just lazy content like a lot of people does. So let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys like this, also let me know, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.